Who?
You.
As far as?
Background.
I'm Haitian. Why? Where you from? What's your background? You American? Dirty black American?
Wait, what?
Huh? Huh? What?
Wait, what'd you
American?
say?
Black American? What?
No. Hold on. You said dirty black American.
You heard that?
All right, y'all. So I'm back with another reaction. This is a video from the Daily Wrap-Up crew, for those of y'all that are not familiar with their content. And this, video has been making the rounds for the past week or so. There's a Haitian chick. I believe they based out of the New York area. I don't know exactly what part of New York. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens. I don't know, but this Haitian chick, literally, as you heard her say, dirty black Americans. Like, they asked her background, and she said she's Haitian. And when she asked the brother where he was from, she assumed he was black American. And then that's when he said, "Whoa, wait a minute, what you mean dirty black American?" But I'm gonna let her explain herself, and we'll come back.
You just asked me what I said. I did.
Why you say that?
Because that's what y'all are. Dirty black American.
What the hell did you just say?
She just said that?
I did. A dirty black American. I sure did. Because that's what y'all are.
So all Americans are dirty black Americans?
I mean, the ones I've come across.
Huh?
So what is Haitians then? I'm confused.
Dirty black Haitians.
Okay, so keep that energy for everybody. Don't just keep it for us. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
You're American.
yeah, hell yeah. Don't ever say no dirty
from the
black
South?
American shit. Like, what?
You from the
Like,
South?
my family, like, yeah.
Okay, where?
Why it matter?
No, I'm just asking. No, we're not having a
Is
conversation.
the South regardless? Like, I got family in Florida. I got family in Georgia.
I mean, I want to know, like, where.
You trying to be? I know what you're doing. Like,
So I don't know the brother's name who actually is talking to her with the sunglasses on, but shout out to him for checking her on that. I'm not real big on the whole delineation movement, which is mainly just an online thing. But I'm not mad at black people that's foundational black, and I'm a foundational black American myself. Let me cam up. Like I said, I am a very proud foundational black American myself, born and raised in the state of Georgia. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I don't really react to these type of videos with this whole diaspora, black versus, black American versus Caribbean versus African, woo, 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 woo. But I'm going to start doing some more reaction videos to this type of content, because this needs to be addressed a little bit more from some more intellectual voices. And in my opinion, a lot of people just say it like we're doing this whole delineation thing, but they don't really mean it. And I'm going to do a video that breaks that down a little bit more. Me, myself, in the Atlanta area, growing up here, there is a pretty diverse black population. We do have a sizable Caribbean black population, more than the Africans. I have actually gotten along with Caribbean black people very well. I love Jamaican food. I like Haitian food too. One of my cousins is married to a Haitian. My auntie's married to a guy from St. Lucia, right? So my uncle's married to a Jamaican. So we have Caribbean people that are in our family. My cousin has children with his Haitian wife, and they've been married for over 20 years. And we didn't really like her at first because she was kind of standoffish. And I don't know if it was cultural or what. My cousin even told me that her dad was kind of giving him the cold shoulder at first, but after he got to know my cousin, they started to get along pretty good. And like I said, they've been married for over 20 years. So she's calling black Americans dirty, and then she tried to clean it up and say dirty black Haitians. She called everybody dirty, whatever. But I think she did that because she didn't expect him to check her like that. And she is a pretty decent looking woman. She's not a bad looking woman. I've, had a couple of experiences with some Caribbean females. I used to kick it with this Jamaican girl years ago. I kicked it with a Haitian girl too. We didn't sleep together, but we went out a couple of times. She was attractive. She loved to dance. She loved to drink. She loved to party. She had a nice body, big butt. She was just a fun girl. But I actually have had more negative experiences with Africans, specifically African men, the West African men. I don't really care for some of the Nigerian dudes. I haven't had the best experiences with Ghanaian dudes either. But the women, the Nigerian women, the Ghanaian women, Ghana got some beautiful women. I've always loved their women. I've got along with all non-foundational Black American women my whole life. I've never had a bad encounter with a Black woman of a different origin. All non-Black American women I've encountered, I've got along with them very well. It's always the men that I have a problem with. But I've never had any problems with no Caribbean dudes either. So I believe that we as Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we should approach every Black person, whether they FBA, whether they Caribbean, whether they African. We should approach them all as individuals. I'm not going to just cast this wide net over the entire African diaspora and label all of them as anti-Black or they have some type of preconceived bias against us, because that's not true for all of them. Some of them, yes. Like I said, my issue has been with the African men. They're cheap. A lot of them are scammers. I just haven't had the best experiences with a lot of them. Some of them cool though. I've had some good experience. I've had some good clients that are African. I'm mainly talking about just from work experience. I've had some really good African male clients, some good African women clients, but as far as the ones I didn't get along with, that I almost got into a couple of, altercations with, were men, African men, specifically Ghanaians and Nigerians. But for the most part, I think that most Black people from the Caribbean, I've gotten along with really, really well. I'm surprised to see a Haitian woman say something like this. I would expect this to come from an African, because to me, the Africans are more standoffish than the Caribbeans. To me, this has been my personal experience.
I know what you're doing. That's that Caribbean shit. I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Just chill out on that dirty Black American comment. That's all.
I'm sorry. You really took offense to that. I apologize.
Anybody would take offense to that.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't.
Why you said that though?
Why you? I'm saying, why would you even fix your lips and say that, though? I'm confused.
Because that's just my experience. Like, it's my experience. So I'm going to speak on it. But I apologize.
It's your experience?
Yeah, so I apologize.
What experience you had?
If I offended you.
You accept the apology?
No.
Yeah, like that's super disrespectful. Like,
She did say it's dirty Black Haitians too, though.
Nah, I would never fix my lips to say, and I know some dirty Black Haitians. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would never fix my lips to say dirty Black. I wouldn't generalize, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and now it is, bro. That's that Caribbean.
It's
shit.
not.
And this is why we having the diaspora wars, because the dumb shit words. Remember that other Haitian, bro? Remember the other Haitian shorty? We don't got no culture. Like, it must be a Haitian thing for sure. Like, y'all, I don't know what the issue is.
Haitian thing, and I won't say that y'all don't have culture. Like, y'all have the things that y'all do.
We are the culture. Like,
okay, y'all have the things that y'all do. Just
we are the culture. That's
just
it.
like, okay, so then Caribbeans are a culture too.
No, y'all have a culture. We are the culture. That's two different things. Like.
It's not.
Okay, all right.
As a Caribbean person.
But no, seriously, you took offense, and I apologize. I see your nose flaring up, and I really don't want you to be upset. Like, I genuinely apologize. I'm sorry.
I mean, we ain't about to fight or nothing. I'm just like, yo,
but
this is super
I
crazy.
see that you're upset, so I really want you to know.
I felt like you was only comfortable because maybe you thought everybody in here was Caribbean, and you thought they was they is Black dirty, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not at all. I talk about Haitians.
What'd you say about Haitians?
Run from them.
What she
like? Don't fuck.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, I'm
dirty
not.
Black Haitians as well.
Nah,
But
that ain't the same.
What is your reasoning for saying that though? Like,
I just have bad experiences. That's all.
okay, relationship wise,
not just relationships, just
in general.
So that's why I say that. But I apologize.
But you can't go around saying that.
I apologize. Sorry for having.
Now I'm trying to figure out, you and your Caribbean friends, y'all be talking like this, don't y'all?
No.
I promise you, y'all probably be talking about it.
I promise.
Black
you,
Americans, they dirty. Them niggas, y'all be crazy. Like,
not even. I am just a very expressive person. Like, I don't have a filter, so I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it right. I didn't mean to be.
I mean,
it's disrespectful.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
like,
but I didn't mean it to be disrespectful. No, but for real though,
His song.
Eli, I'm sorry.
It is just a sense of time because we've been having these diaspora wars for the longest.
Okay, I don't want your perception of who I am to change because of that. Because I don't only say it about America, like I say it about Caribbeans, I say it about Chinese. I say like I
doubt that, but like I get you.
I'm dead serious. It's just something that just flew off, but I apologize. Like sincerely apologize.
All right, so that's the end of the clip, man. And if you know my channel, for those of y'all that are new, I'm a very, very data and statistics driven person. I like to point out things that need to be pointed out beyond just rhetoric. This is the capital of Haiti, Port-au-Prince. This is where her family comes from. She sounds like a second generation Haitian because she grew up in America. She's probably from New York. For those of y'all that are not aware, between 1/4 and 1/3 of all black New Yorkers are of Caribbean descent. Either they're immigrants or their families, their parents are immigrants. As we all know, Haiti is one of the poorest countries, not just in the Western Hemisphere, but in the world. A lot of their children go hungry. They have no running water in certain parts of the country. The young people that are walking around in the streets are walking in open sewage. It is a filthy, war-torn, economically depressed, very violent country. Gangs run the country. Off-the-chain murder rate. Like I said, very poor infrastructure. They did have a devastating earthquake back in 2010. They have had a lot of sanctions put upon them by the French, that they were colonized by the French, back in the 1800s until they gained their independence in 1804. They were ironically the very first slave colony in the Caribbean, and either one of the Americas, North or South America, to gain their independence when they fought off the French. But they have just had a very, very hard time getting it together. Like I said, very high poverty rate. And I've been to Haiti, but not the capital, not Port-au-Prince, where you see all the chaos. I was on the North Coast when I went on a cruise. Haiti also has the highest HIV rate of any country outside of sub-Saharan Africa. They are the most HIV-prone country in the Western Hemisphere. Outside of Africa, Haiti has the highest HIV rate in the world. So, yeah, they got a lot of problems. So that young lady is very, very fortunate to be here in America. And like I said, by her, dialect, she's from New York. She grew up in New York. We all know New Yorkers have a very, very distinct, dialect about themselves, just like those of us that are from the South. I've encountered quite a few Haitians here in Georgia. Never had any. I had some Haitian clients over the years. Like I said, I've never had a problem with Caribbeans for the most part. I used to hang out with this Jamaican dude. He used to have an auto shop in Douglasville. For those of y'all that are familiar with the Atlanta Metro, it's a suburban community to the west. And every Friday he'll be at his auto shop, and it'd be like maybe about 15 people, smoking, drinking, red stripe beer, if you know. And he'll be on the grill cooking this fire jerk chicken, cabbage, the rice and peas, typical Jamaican meal. Give everybody free plates. Food was always good. Extra spicy though. That jerk chicken be spicy depending on who cook it. And I like it. I like spicy food. But yeah, I'm low key shocked because I don't really have this experience with Caribbeans. It's the Africans, specifically the African men, that they always, have been a problem for me. But I've heard some black people say they've had some problems with black Caribbeans, and I don't doubt that. Maybe I just haven't been around them enough to experience this type of, negative encounters, you know what I'm saying? But the ones that I have encountered, for the most part, have been pretty cool. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big delineation person, but I definitely would not advocate for us as black Americans to rock with any culture or anybody who outright disrespects us. But I refuse to put them all in the same camp because I know they're not all like that. Just like I would never say that all white people are racist, because all white people are not racist. So it's kind of like you got to chew the meat, spit out the fat, man. You just got to pick and choose who you rock with. Because it's some very grimy foundational black Americans, right? Most of the people that hurt black people are foundational black Americans because we're the majority. We make up roughly 90% of the black population of this country. 90% of black people are FBA, right? So in conclusion, I want to just say she's very fortunate to be here and not in Haiti. I would encourage any black person that's foundational Black American to, pay attention to these type of people. Cut them off at the knees, man. If they show you that they on that goofy time, man, don't even rock with them. Shut the door on them. You don't got no love for me. I don't got no love for you. I'm not going to try to go back and forth with them. I'm not going to try to, debate with them. I mean, that's to me, a Black Caribbean or a Black African or anybody that's outside of the FBA, diaspora, you disrespecting us as Black Americans is basically the same type of disrespect as a white person calling us the N-word. Is it the same thing? No, it's not the same thing. But is it just as offensive? Is it just as disrespectful? I'm going to say yes. Because my ancestors literally were enslaved. And the crazy thing about it is Haitians were slaves too. Jamaicans were slaves. The Africans are the ones, like I said, that really ain't got no room to talk, because y'all ancestors weren't enslaved. Yeah, the white man colonized 52 out of the 54 countries in Africa, but y'all weren't slaves. The white man didn't enslave your ancestors like they did us. And all Black people on this side of the planet, whether you Jamaican, FBA, Canadian, well, all Canadian Blacks aren't from America. Some of them come from the UK. Leave Canadian Black folks out of it. Let's just say FBA. Let's say Black Caribbeans. Let's say Brazilian Black folks, because South America had a lot of slavery too. Matter of fact, Brazil got the biggest Black population in the world outside of Africa. That's a fact. It's more Black folks in Brazil than in the United States. We are the strongest Black people in the world, just based off of birth, because we survived. Our ancestors survived that brutal journey over here across the Atlantic Ocean from West Africa. So survivorship is in our blood. Warrior energy is in our blood as FBA. We're the strongest Black people in the world just by birth. So, and the Haitians are strong too, because they still here. Black Americans are still here. Black Brazilians are still here. Jamaicans, Trinidad, any Black person from this side of the planet that were part of the colonies that were enslaved, we're the strongest Black people. Are we stronger than the African Black people? Why do you think Black American culture is so, prevalent throughout society, throughout the globe? We have a global impact on culture. Global. So, yeah, bro, I'm gonna have to side with the delineation crowd on this one. Like I said, I don't really call myself a delineation person, but I understand where that sentiment comes from. Black Americans are tired of being disrespected by non-FBA groups, and it needs to continue to be called out. It needs to be continued to be checked. And hopefully she learned something from this encounter. She the type of female, she just learned how to shut her mouth and sit down and look pretty. She might be able to get her somebody worthwhile, because she a decent looking chick. Thick, natural looking, don't got all that makeup on, no lashes. I don't know if all her hair was real, but some of these chicks, man, they just talk too much. But at least she told you who she was. I'd rather her, tell us who she is versus hide it and it'd be a surprise down the road. So, shout out to Daily Wrap Up Crew. Like I said, I'll leave a link to their channel in the description box. And I'll catch up. Peace.